Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today and speak in opposition to H.J. Res. 87. Heavy diesel trucks are some of the most polluting vehicles on the road. Even though they make up just 10% of all vehicles, heavy-duty vehicles produce more than half of all soot pollution and smog-forming NOx. And the soot and smog pollution from these vehicles kill thousands of Americans every year. For over 50 years, California has had the authority to set its own stronger vehicle emissions rules because California has, to quote the Clean Air Act, compelling and extraordinary circumstances that justify stronger emission standards than the nation as a whole. This was true in 1970 and is still true today. According to the American Lung Association's 2025 State of the Air report, 5 of the top 10 most polluted cities in America are in California, and that includes my district. I-5 and I-80, which crisscross my district, are both major heavy-duty trucking corridors, and the diesel emissions along these corridors create serious air quality issues that directly affect the health and well-being of my constituents. Not only that, these emissions are also a significant contributor to severe weather events. California receives the brunt of climate changes, the most severe impacts, from wildfires to atmospheric rivers to drought. In Sacramento, we have faced deadly flooding from more intense winter storms, as well as longer and more extreme droughts. And the foothills above Sacramento are still scarred from the many wildfires we've seen in recent years. California emission standards are a matter of life and death for my constituents. And to protect my constituents, I spend much of my career in Congress fighting for stronger emission standards. I am once again stunned by the hypocrisy of my Republican colleagues who claim to defend state rights while they do everything in their power to stop California from setting its own statewide emission standards. This is even more absurd because the Government Accountability Office, GAO, has already ruled that the EPA waiver for California's emission standards is not eligible for repeal under the Congressional Review Act. In other words, the legislation we're debating here today is a pointless political exercise, a waste of time, because perhaps my colleagues have nothing better to offer today. The President is playing with tariffs, setting the cost of groceries soaring, and kneecapping American manufacturers. My Republican colleagues will maybe stop debating this meaningless resolution and reassert congressional authority over tariffs. They could end the tariffs this week and bring down costs for your families. I urge my colleagues to vote no on H.J. Res. 87, and I yield back the balance of my time.